You get to do whatever you want with commercial, which is fun. It's like you see an empty building, you go, what do you want it to be? It could be anything.
Clint Belew is a commercial real estate investor known for creative deals and bold moves in the commercial space. Get ready for a conversation about risk, learning, and building something that lasts.
Commercial is such this scary breed to everyone in real estate, which is so funny. And I think it's because the rich guys have just held it to themselves.
The thing that's scary to me, I'm just like, what if I choose the wrong thing and it doesn't work out?
I think people are afraid of the possibilities, which is wild, right? There's so much possibilities to do anything you want to do. I found a deal, but I don't know where the money is. If you've got a deal, the money is chasing you.
Welcome to another episode of Let's Buy the World, a real estate podcast. I got my boy, the commercial king, Clint Belew. Welcome, brother.
Thanks,
you,
brother. Thanks for having me.
Blessed to have you on, dude. Really pumped about this episode. So thank you. Tell me some of the stuff that you're doing right now with the commercial space.
Yeah, I was just talking to you about it, but here we go. I bought this vet clinic. It was a vet clinic since 1945. Right after COVID, it pops up online for sale.
Wild.
For $600,000. I said, okay, let me go look at it. They were paying way undervalue on their rents, and it was coming up for a re-rent. So I put this deal under contract. I said, okay, I think I can up their rents. I think I can get things going, whatever. And I talked to them as I was working with the vet clinic. It was the city vet clinic, right? And they have different spots. So I said, okay. So I go meet with them. They said, oh yeah, we love it. We're going to do this, whatever. I said, okay, I don't want to renegotiate the rent yet because I haven't closed. So I said, I'll do it after. So I buy the property. I close on it, and I go in the next day and I say, hey, let's renegotiate the rent. And they go, yeah, we're moving out. I said, okay. Yeah, damn. I bought this just as a quick rental, I thought, and the rent was okay. I think it was like $4,000 a month or something like that.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, I'm going to pay $600. I'll bump up their rent to $6,000 or something and keep moving down the road.
Sure.
So I was just looking at the deal as a basic ass deal, but the location was great. And I'd built about 15 bars and restaurants in town for different people just as a construction worker. And a GC, right?
Sure.
That's how I started in the business. Gotcha. So I was working for other people, and I looked around one day, I go, man, these guys are idiots that I'm working for. Like the framer, and I don't mean to say that they're a great guy. It's just like, I'm looking around going, they don't understand.
Oh, dude, I know a bunch of them.
Basics.
I know a bunch of people. I'm like, how are you this successful? How do you have so much money? But sometimes it's lucky. Sometimes it is what it is.
You know what? If you're great at one thing, you could be richer than everyone. Right? I've seen it.
Absolutely. Yep.
I do. The guy I worked for was not this, but I do know a framing company. The guy makes $6 million a year. He's just a framer, dude.
Yep.
He's just a framer.
Yeah.
Just a framer.
Yep.
And all he does is frame and frame, but he built up crews and he runs crews. Anyway, long and short. So I started as a framer. And I'm looking at it, I go, man. So I'm working in a house one day of the guy who owns the Ferrari dealership here in town. And I'm doing his trim work, right? I'm putting in baseboards, okay, basically. And the guy calls me and he goes, hey, I got a friend and he's building a bar. Would you be interested in running the project? Yeah, sure. I'll do it. So I show up. I'm looking around, dude. There's metal everywhere, right? I'm a wood guy. And this is before ChatGPT. This is pre-Google.
Sure.
And I'm like, Google's around, but it's like, you can't just Google something and just know it. It's like 20 years ago. So I said, okay, I can do this. Absolutely. And I remember calling my friends in construction because that's what I did. And I go, dude, I just took a project and I don't know what I'm doing at all. So I built my first club bar, right? Since then, I built a bunch. So I buy this spot and I go, you know what? I'll build a bar here. If they're going to move out, I don't know how to run a vet clinic, but I do know how to build a bar. I've never ran a bar, but let's try it. Let's do it.
Sure. Yeah.
So I buy the spot, build it out for about a year. This is back in 22, 23. I run it for a year. We do $1 million. I sell it, collect rent now.
Nice. Yep.
And that's it. I don't want to run the business.
Sure.
But I don't mind the process. We can dive into the process on another.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. There's deals out there. One thing I love about commercial, bro, and you and I have talked about residential, right? I've had quite a few residentials, and I had 40 rentals. You got 50, you said?
Yep.
There you are. Yeah, so I've done it, right? And it's fine, but it's a lie that you're on the yacht with your wife and your kids and life is perfect
Yep.
and I've got 50
Very
rentals
true.
and I'm in Greece all the time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Come on.
Doesn't happen.
I had friends that were in commercial. I said, these guys are actually in Greece all the time. Like things are different,
Absolutely.
you know?
Absolutely.
Triple net, baby.
Yep. Oh man, that sounds
Yeah.
nice.
I'm not paying for, hey, the AC went out. Don't call me,
Yep. Yep.
you
You
know?
call your exactly.
When the AC goes out, it's funny because on a residential deal, it'll kill your whole year.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
The whole year.
Yep. I know.
It's
I know.
like
You think you cash flowing and boom.
done,
I get
right? So there goes the vacation, kids.
it.
It's not like that on commercials. So I started seeing and I go, wait a second, what is the difference? Really? Nothing. Commercial is such this scary breed to everyone in real estate, which is so
Right.
funny. And I think it's because the rich guys have just held it to themselves.
Smart, dude. Heck yeah. I'd
They
be
go,
doing it too. Don't
I'm
tell
not telling
anybody.
anybody.
Exactly.
So I say, wait a second, why don't we jump into this? There's a little bit different nuances and things, but jumping into it, you realize there is more opportunity than you could ever. When you're in a home, what are you going to change it into? A home.
Exactly.
When you have a piece of real estate that is able to be anything, what do you want to do with it? The world's
I
your
know.
oyster.
Exactly.
And that's what's so crazy. I think people are afraid of the possibilities, which
Sure.
is wild, right? But there's so much possibilities
Right.
to do anything you want to do. Again, 1945 was a vet clinic. Bro, that's 1945, 1942 is Pearl Harbor.
Yeah. World War. Yeah, for sure.
Bro, since then, this
That's
thing has
wild.
been a vet clinic.
Wow.
And it's funny because I tell everybody, it's like back then serving sick pups. I changed it into a bar and we still serve sick pups today. It's fun, man.
Yeah.
You get to do whatever you want with commercial, which is
Yeah.
fun. It's like
Right.
you see an empty building, you go, what do you want it to be? It could be anything. And that's what's so
Yeah.
fun. It shouldn't be scary. It should almost be like so opportunistic that it's insane what you could do with
Right.
something.
The thing that
So
scares me, I'm just like, what if I choose the wrong thing and it doesn't work out? Have you had stuff that you're like, you thought it was going to be a home run and it didn't work out, or it pretty much everything's been a win for you?
that's life, right? Look, not everything's a home run, right? I
Sure.
was joking with someone the other night and I said, I'm a Babe Ruth. Oh, dude, the number one hitter. It's like number one strikeout guy, too, right? When you're swinging for the fences, not everything's going to just go
Yep.
over the fence.
Sure.
That doesn't mean that you lost, though. It doesn't mean
Yeah.
that your future is done. It just means that pivot. Okay. So, yeah, sure. I buy
I
things sometimes and
love it.
think, oh, this is going to be the next greatest business and the next greatest thing and the next biggest thing you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't always happen like that, but it doesn't mean that it's a strikeout. It just means, yeah, maybe a base hit. So I do think
Yeah.
that there's a couple things that are funny about it because you might buy something and think, oh, I can do this with it. And that's the residential mindset. The commercial mindset is,
Yeah.
what do you want to do with it?
Sure. I love it, bro. That's
Why don't you pay me? As a matter of fact, I'll give you TI, tenant improvement. So I'll give you a little bit, but you pay the rest.
Yep.
So,
That's
so,
crazy. People do that?
oh, that's how everyone does it.
Wow.
Absolutely. If you're going into a commercial space,
Yeah.
you are paying. Here's the deal: you're running your business there.
Sure.
So don't get me wrong. The guys that are owning my bar now, they make more money than I do. I just make rent,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it's consistent, baby. Boom, boom,
Easy.
boom.
You're not dealing with the drunks and the bar fights, and you're just collecting.
That's right. Yeah.
Love
If it's 2 a.m. and you're calling me,
it.
why?
There's a problem here, right?
Yeah. No, don't call. Just don't call me.
Sure.
My phone's on do not disturb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the difference, right? So when you're running the business, whatever it is, right, you could go start any kind of business. You know what's funny is I didn't want to start a bar.
Yeah.
I did it for two reasons. Number one, my banker told me, look, if you run this for 1 year and you want to go buy a business and a building, now you have history of running a business.
Sure.
I said, okay,
Smart.
I'll run the business. I hated it.
Yeah.
Not because I hate drinking or I hate fun or I hate the party and all that. I just don't want to run it. You ever thrown a
Sure.
party at your house,
Oh man, it's the worst. You can't enjoy it.
bro? And then the next day you're cleaning it up
Absolutely.
and do it
I've
again and
yep.
again. That's a bar.
Yep.
Everybody wants to own a bar.
Uh,
It's every dude, right? Is bro, I want to own a bar one day. I'm like, why?
uh,
It is not fun. But I get it. It is fun. Don't get me wrong. But it's not what you think. But point is, I could
sure.
have kept it a vet clinic. I could have kept it anything.
Yep.
That's what's so fun.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And by the way, say the bar closes, they stop paying me rent. What do I do? Do I have to go file all this paperwork and bullshit to kick them out? No, I show up and I lock the door.
That's easy. Oh my God. That sounds
And
nice.
guess
No
what?
eviction court.
And I sell it to somebody else the next day.
Ah, let's go.
Make
I'm
a
selling
quick
all the
bump of
rentals
cash
today.
and then back to the rental again.
Yep.
So that was the transition shift for me, which clicked in my head where I go, why am I doing these rentals, residential? I mean, dude, have you ever had to evict somebody? It's a nightmare.
Yep.
It's a
Oh, it's terrible.
nightmare.
Yep. I'm going through it on a few right now. I get it.
Isn't that funny? On a few.
Yeah. Oh, and that's just it's normal. That's the thing. It's like, all right, who's not paying? Who we're gonna have to post
Right.
the notice, then go to eviction court. Then if we didn't file it correctly, they get out of it another 2 months. Blah blah. It just can be such a pain in the
Always
ass. Yep, for sure.
pain in the ass.
That's crazy.
So yeah,
So
that's the transition.
what are you currently working on right now?
Yeah, I just bought a 16,000 square foot industrial building. I'm looking at deals that are out there. One thing I was thinking was everyone's talking about the baby boomers retirement,
Sure.
and you hear it
Yep.
everywhere.
Massive wealth. It's going to be the biggest transfer of wealth, they say. And so the opportunities are there.
Huge. I bought this from an estate.
Wow.
So I find this deal. I purchased it, and I purchased it last Thursday, a week ago. And what I'm doing now is I'm just re-updating completely all of the electrical, all the fun stuff, but it's basic. The reason I love industrial, it's a metal building. You walk in. I don't know about you, but I've done a lot of historical rehabs. So when I walk into a historical home, I go, oh yeah, this is great. It's 100 years old plus. And I go, okay, I'm going to buy this home. And then I open up a wall and I go, what the hell?
Yeah, exactly.
What is that?
Yeah.
When you walk into a metal building,
You see it all.
you see it all. It's so simple. It's ridiculous on that level. So I bought a metal building, right? 16,000 square feet. And not only that, it's a strip center almost. You just chop it up into pieces and allow people to get in there. So for $1 a foot, so to give you an idea, I'll be about $1 million in this thing when I'm done. When I'm done. Okay. So $1 million for 16,000 square feet. And I'll probably rent it for $16,000 a month, $1 a foot. I don't have to tell you, but you can do the math real quick, especially on triple net. I'm making over 100 grand a year.
Yeah, baby.
One deal.
Man, putting that money to work. What are you gonna do? Do you have an idea of who you're gonna lease it to, or you just?
That's the beauty. Like I said, what are you gonna do in there?
I love it. Come on, you'll just put it up there on the MLS and then let somebody come.
Right. I think the key is you want to find a good person that understands the area, right?
Sure.
I think guys like you and I'm pretty active in San Antonio, so it's pretty easy, right? If I was in Amarillo, I don't know the area, right?
Sure.
So I would want to find somebody who's great at what they do.
Sure.
And pay them for it, which is fine. You want to lease this place out, you want to make a little cash, go for it. That's what you do.
Yeah.
There's realtors out there, there's brokers out there. It's funny because you get into commercial and it's like different terms, but the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll give you an idea too, how I buy them. So there's rules in commercial where if you go buy a spot, a property, and you go, okay, I want to buy this property, but I want rehab. ARV is such a big number, and the repair costs are this, and I'm going to go get hard money and all this stuff. They don't talk like that in commercial.
Yeah.
And by the way, they don't do that in commercial. So that's what's a little bit scary. Everyone goes, how do I find money for it? If you got a good deal, there's money for it, okay?
Exactly. A good deal, money will always come.
It's there. So how do I find it? How do I do this? How do I do that? Instead of calling it hard money, we call it bridge capital, which makes sense, right? It's the same thing. So Can somebody fund me on the entire purchase? Sure. Can somebody fund me on the rehab? Of course. I could show up to this deal with zero out of pocket.
Wild.
Zero.
Wild, bro.
The question is, if you go to the bank, which have bank relationships, which everyone should be getting right now, if you don't have a banker relationship,
amen,
what
bro.
are you doing?
Absolutely. That's where I've stepped above some people if they're just using hard money. I've got a good relationship with banks, and I've been doing it. I get credit lines.
Nice. How'd you start? How'd you get a credit line?
Man, I bought a house in 15 and it had some equity in it. It ran a residential assisted living. So old people staffed it with nurse aides 24 hours. It was good, but dude, it was work. It was like, if people are falling, who either call. If something workers don't show up, I'm having to scramble. So I was like, I don't ever want to do that again. So that's when I went into medical sales, did that for 5 years, and then my boss caught me golfing. To pretty much quit on the spot. She's, you're going to be in the office every Friday at noon. And I was like, peace, just left, dude. And they've just been doing my thing ever since. But slowly they gave me a $50,000 credit line. And then they increased it to 100, then to 200, then to 300. Then
let's go.
Exactly. Just keep pushing it. So it's huge. Relationships, it's all about it, for sure.
Yeah, I think people don't realize that everyone's talking about, how do I go get a sub 2? How do I go get a DSCR loan or whatever, all these things, which is great. Okay. I'm not shitting on that.
Yeah.
It's good. That's all good. And there's ways to do things.
Yeah, sure.
But through your process of evolution, you should go get a bank relationship. You should go get a line of credit. You should go get things that allow you to borrow at less amounts, right? I have friends who buy buildings at this point. And I got a buddy, he's got like a $50 million building, one building. He was in it like 20 million. So he's got 30 million in equity. He went to the bank.
Wow.
Yeah. You think it's the same game though, right? Take that same game and call it a $500,000 house. And you're only in it 200,000, right?
Yeah.
So you got 300,000 equity. So what do? You go to the bank and you say, hey, I want $30 million and or probably 80%, 70% of that. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. I want $10 million. So I'll be in 30 million on a $50 million deal. Okay.
Yeah.
Guess what? They're going to give you that money at 4%.
That's crazy.
On the big numbers, right?
Yeah.
So believe it or not, obviously the richer guys are getting it. You go, oh, you're talking these big numbers. I can't do that. It's like add a zero, dude. It's the same thing. It's the same game. We just got to start playing it. We got to get in. We got to play it. I'm not playing that game yet for what it's worth. But I'm in the game. I'm in the game. G League, baby, but I'm getting there.
Exactly. I like it.
It's easy to get there probably if your dad was there.
Sure, exactly.
My dad wasn't there, but I'm in the game now. So now I'm playing. Okay. Now you take that money. I know guys, again, just like this, they take that money. Now they go loan it to someone at 4%. Now they go loan it at 12%. Now they're the hard money guys.
Yep. I know a lot of hard money guys with a lot of money. Yep.
That's it though. But it's just letting money work for yourself. So it's the same game in anything you're doing. But commercial, the reason I like it and the reason I'm playing in it more and more, and really just, I've got one residential deal that I'm working on. I might flip a deal. I might send a deal to somebody or something like that. I don't care to hold it anymore because again, like we said, one AC goes out and I ruin my year for what? What's the point? You go, no, you're going to get rich. Good luck. Good luck. So yeah, what am I going to do with 16,000 square feet? I'm going to allow someone to do something with it. That's what I'm going to do. Funny enough, I've got, of the 16,000 square feet, I've got about 2,500 square feet that's its own building.
Yeah. I've
already leased out 2 spots in 1 week. They're not leased yet, as in they're there because I'm redoing the electrical and everything.
Sure. One
of them will be a storage facility for a wealthy guy. Simple enough. He needs some space. The other one will be a Pilates studio. Simple and easy.
Yeah. Bro, this is blowing my mind. I love it. That's crazy. Yeah. And it didn't take you that long to find the tenants?
Again, I think if I was in another city or something, but I've been doing enough here, right? So what I started doing is I just posted. I think you saw, but I started posting on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, right? And I said, it's so great. It's so easy now. I used to sit around for hours on SketchUp and have to like sketch up an idea for somebody to give their mind some work. Now I just say, hey, Chat GPT, here's a picture. Change this picture into a Pilates studio.
Boom, make me some money.
I send it to
Sick.
somebody. I go, here's a before and after. And I tell the girls, these two girls, they wanted a Pilates studio, right?
Yeah.
They go, yeah, but we're looking at this, that, whatever. It's going to cost us about $160,000 to rehab. So that's what's so crazy about a commercial, right? Say you
Yeah.
want to go to the biggest spot in your town.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is there, right? But here would be like, let's say like the Pearl Brewery or something, right? Which
Yeah,
is
yeah, I love the
the
Pearl.
spot.
Yeah. Yeah, I love
Very
it.
nice.
Love the
So
Pearl.
it's okay. I want to have a commercial spot there, right? So they're going to charge you obviously an arm and a leg. You
Right.
have to build it out yourself as
Build
the
it
tenant.
up. Yep.
As the tenant. So these girls go, okay, we're going to be $160,000 out of pocket for our Pilates studio. And we're going to pay them like, it's 1,400 square feet. We're going to pay them $5,000 a month. And on top of that, we have to pay them percentage, by the way. So you can write, here's the fun part. You can write your leases how you wish.
Oh my God.
And you're not bound by like these homestead laws where it's don't put the grandma out on the street, you asshole.
Yeah.
Commercial's not like that. You can
I know
definitely do
exactly.
what you
Because
want.
the business owners. Yep, for sure.
You want to get in business, buckle up.
Yep, exactly.
So they start charging an arm and a leg, arm and a leg. So I tell the girls, like, hey, look, funny enough, within my rehab budget, I could probably get you most of the way there. You're not going to have to come up with a buck 60. Maybe you have to come up with 20.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're in 20K and you're going to pay like 35 to $4,000. What? Are you kidding me? So you're going to tell me that I started out my company with $20,000 and they're working for somewhere else right now. These
Yeah.
girls, right? So
Yeah.
I've just been posting it and they saw, they go, oh my God,
Yeah.
we could do that there. It's a downtown. It's a really cool location.
Yeah.
But it's just a metal building. There's nothing fancy about it, but I can pretty it up because I have an imagination. And it's the same way you would walk into a house and you go, everyone does it, right? HGTV or whatever. It's like, you're like, oh my God, I put tile up and something pretty and it's
Knock
cute.
this wall out. We're going to put a foray here.
It's the same thing.
Yep.
And what's funny is you almost don't even have to have an imagination anymore. You just put it into ChatGPT and it'll do it for you pretty much.
Absolutely. I know.
Which is crazy.
It's crazy.
So there's no excuses anymore. There's no excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You found this deal on the MLS, didn't you?
Man, you know what's so crazy about this? Commercial, again, is so weird. Now, don't get me wrong. I look every day, right? I pull it up every single day.
Yeah.
I wake up, have my coffee, and go, okay, I'm going to look and see it. And there's not every day a deal, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
At least in your city. But there is a deal at some point everywhere. And what's so weird is with commercial and back to the baby boomers and everything else, this pops up. And believe it or not, there was 4 people in 1 week on this deal that all had offers in. Where do you see that right now in residential? Not right now.
Yeah.
Not right now.
No.
But this deal pops up. It's cheap. I said, okay, wait a second. So what do? I have a couple options. I call my friend who's a realtor, or maybe you're a realtor or what have you. And I could, hey, can you go work this deal? Whatever. No, I just call the broker myself.
Yep.
He happens to be a young guy.
Yep.
He's cool. And I'm like, what's up, Tyler? How's it going, bro? Who's this? It's your best friend. I'm about to make you double percent.
Nah.
What do you mean? I said, I don't have a broker. I could represent myself. It's pretty basic.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, check your inbox. I sent you the contract. They reply back with the highest and best because there's 4 of us going.
Right.
So I asked him the day of closing. I said, hey, how much higher was I than everyone else? Which, by the way, I bid 30 grand over.
Yeah.
And so I was at 730 on 16,000 square feet. I said, how much higher was I? He goes, you guys were all about the same. He goes, we just liked you.
Love it. Dude, that's
right.
what it's about. Exactly. And that's what I'm good at it too. I'll find somebody, I'll figure out where is it, what I need. But it's all about people. You know what I'm saying? It's working the deal, figuring out it sells. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't that fun though?
I love it, dude. I love it.
Dude, I've been pumped. I was pumped today. We've been talking about doing this. And I was like, dude, I told you, I'm just like, I woke up pretty late, like fun, excited. Like I've got deals moving, man. I got a
Awesome.
couple offers out there right now today. Now, can I find them always on the MLS? Or these are Crexy, LoopNet, right? You're just searching
Yeah.
a different realm, right? But it's the same thing. You can pull this up right away. And a lot of them still don't post what even the value, what it's even worth. So
Yeah.
I have a buddy call me, a little nugget here for you. I have a buddy call me the other day. The guy's got, I don't know, an outrageous amount of money, okay?
Yeah.
And he sold like a few dealerships here in San Antonio. So he's
Yeah,
pretty
yes.
loaded, right? Big boy ones, right? Yeah, yeah. He goes, man, I want to have the biggest auction in Texas, car auction. What do you need? He goes, I need 10 acres to 30 acres, somewhere in there,
Yeah.
something I can expand to even. And I want a building on there. I want this and that. So guess what? Now I'm putting out feelers, right? So
Yeah.
what's the difference? Someone goes, hey, I want a duplex. That's
Same
the
thing.
normal.
Yeah, exactly.
Same
You're just doing it on a
thing.
bigger scale. And you're rubbing elbows with people with money. And if you're in direct contact with people with money, you will inevitably get money yourself.
Like we talked about a minute ago, is a 1% of a billion is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
So
sure.
what if I go find, and by the way, who else is looking for what I'm looking for right now? Everyone is looking for a great fourplex.
Yeah.
So what happens right now? Everybody daisy chains the hell out of a deal.
Absolutely.
And it's just a nightmare to go through.
Exactly. Yeah.
And everyone wants to talk about it like it's the greatest thing on earth. And oh my God, dude, I have a deal for you. And you could get in with 10,000 down and take over this person's mortgage. You know what's funny? I was talking to a CEO of a bank the other day here in town. He just became a CEO. And I said, I found a property that's a commercial property that you guys have a loan on. And I was researching the deeds. And I said, would I be able to assume the deed?
Yeah.
And what's the obvious? Oh, of course you can. You could sub too. You can do this, that. He goes, hell no. I said, what? Why can't I? He goes, dude, I just got back from like a underground banker meeting or whatever. The CEO. I mean, he's big, right?
Yeah.
I'm 41. He's 44 or something like that.
Yeah.
In the corporate world, this guy's made it, right? He's a CEO.
Yeah.
He was a COO. Now he's CEO. I said, why couldn't I just assume this loan and take over and maybe give the owner X amount, blah, blah. This guy's 80 years old. He's retiring.
Yeah.
He's already
They
retired.
let you do it on some stuff. Some mortgage companies will do it.
What's fun, he told me, and read the fine print, everybody.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this.
Do on sell.
You think you can do that, right? Oh, sub two at all. Guess what? Sure you can. Oh, put it in trust. You can do this or that. Guess what? They can call your loan.
Hell yeah, they can. I've seen it happen.
Oh, they're going to do it. You know what's so funny is I wonder, I see guys like Pace, Morby, and whoever. They go, oh, dude, I've got $500 million in sub twos. And it's bro. And by the way, the guy's a badass. I ain't shitting on the guy. He's awesome. He's a badass. But here's the thing. What happens when they show up and go, we want $500 million?
We need $500 million. I know. Then you're shitting your pants, and then you have to offload them. Or so the bankers are getting wise to sub two. Then
how are they not? It's on every Pace is on every other station. How are they not?
I know. And all these little young bucks who they go to some class or course, and they're screwing people because they'll get it sub two, take it over, pay it for 2 months, and then let it go back. And there's all this friction happening. So I was wondering, honestly.
I've been wondering too, and I think, mark the time, put it in date right here, 29th of January, 2026. I'll be shocked if, look, in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, there's always these little fun little mortgage mess ups for the children.
Yeah.
and guess what, dude? Guess what? When those things happen, a lot of people are holding the bag and they're screwed. So I have a hard time. All the F-bombs I just dropped, and I was raised in church. There's a thing that says you don't build your house upon sand.
Amen, brother. Amen.
So when I look at deals and I start transitioning now, I say, okay, between 40 and 60 is where I make my money. I've done some fun things and made some money and lived a fun life.
Sure.
But now it's time to crush.
Now it's time. Love it.
Now, could you do it at 20? Absolutely. There's not anybody telling you, but we look at 20-year-olds all the time, probably go, how the hell is that guy worth $100 million doing whatever?
I know there's some
it's
smart,
out there.
Look at the girl who made that. What's that site where you can bet gam legally? Trelshi or whatever,
Yeah,
you
the
know what
girl,
I'm
I
talking
just
about?
saw it. She made $1 billion out
A
of nowhere.
billion, bro. Just so it's out there.
It's out there. But if you want consistency, if you want to growth, if you want to A, B, C, D, just do it every day.
Yeah.
Look, if you create something, you're a 1 in a billion, right? If you're a 1 in 8 billion, that's pretty impressive, Elon, right?
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
you want to be somebody that can do this, and that's what people sell these courses for, and that's what they do all this, you can sub to it too. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Okay, that's great. But if I'm going to build on a solid foundation, and you look around and you think, who was the guys, girls, women, men that have crushed it in real estate? You have to look at the commercial guys. And everyone, I don't know why. I remember when I first heard, I'm going to throw back pretty old. Carlton Sheets, I believe is the guy's name. And I would listen to his tapes when I was a kid. And this is like in the
Yeah.
80s, 90s.
Yeah.
And this guy was talking about flipping homes and doing things like before everyone talked about it, right?
Sure. Yeah.
But who's talking about commercial? And that's what blew my mind. I go, wait a second, man. It's like I'm holding on to a secret that people don't know, which is weird. It's you look around everywhere and you go, oh man, it's out there. But you talk to an average normal realtor, you
Yeah.
talk to an average normal house flipper, anybody out there, and you go, did you do anything commercial? They're like, oh God, no, it's so scary.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah. I
what are
know.
you afraid of?
The brokers and the realtors that do commercial, they seem to make a lot more than just a single family. It's just a different
Of
caliber.
course.
We got the rollie on, dressed up. It's just a different game. Absolutely.
Think about it. You're dealing, instead of dealing with $100,000 homes, right? Depending on where you're at, obviously. Someone's watching in San Francisco, it's like $100,000 homes. So, what the hell? But my point is that the same numbers work. And you're dealing with $1 million asset compared to 100 grand. So are they doing anything special? No, they're just adding a zero to their paycheck. So instead
Sure.
of making 3 grand, they're making 30
Mhm.
grand.
Yep.
It's funny because they were going to pay me in cash though. Sorry, in gold. They literally showed up with these like little containers of, they're like these little containers, right? And this
Wow.
is from my daughter's puzzle that she's putting together, by the way. It's 36,000 pieces, and they turn into
Oh
these
my
really
God.
cool bears about it. But anyway,
Oh
so
my gosh.
yeah, so no, they showed up with these gold. Imagine, so if it's at 5, it was at 2,800. Dude, I would have sold this thing and made even double.
Oh,
But again,
double for
what's
sure.
even funnier is they don't pay the bills. I lock them out and I sell it again.
Oh my God, that's crazy. You don't got to go through foreclosure and all that crazy stuff.
Dude, good luck to them. There's a
Wow.
lock on the door if you don't pay.
Yep.
And what judge is just, again, this isn't kicking a wife and baby
Yes,
and kids out on
exactly.
the street.
It's business. Exactly. Yeah, I carry some
Simple.
notes, but I only do it investor to investor because I've gotten in. I got sued on one. I was carrying the note. It was owner or owner to owner. But either way, all the red tape, all this stuff, the lawyers, dude, y'all did everything, but you didn't give a seller's disclosure. It cost me like 20 grand. It was just like for nothing. I just,
For
so
what? Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, no. Again, I think there's just this weird stigma of commercial scary.
Yeah.
Why? Why does that even make sense? Again, out of nowhere, I started this year going, you know what? I'm going to start pushing, and I'll shameless plug my
Do it. I want
commercialjv.com.
you to, bro.
Yeah,
Say it
yeah.
again.
And we're working on deals. Commercialjv.com.
Love it. I want
So
to do some deals. Tell me what you're
let's
looking for.
adventure. So
Yes.
here's one thing that I'm super down for. Not only do I have guys, once you're, like you said, rubbing elbows with the people in these deals, I've got guys that want to do deals. So everyone goes, I found a deal, but I don't know where the money is. If you've got a deal, the money is chasing you. Don't be silly. Maybe you didn't know who to call. Call us. So
Yeah.
here's the deal. People
Yeah.
call me every
Yeah.
day with a, hey, I got a deal. I will tell you that 90% of the time I look at the deal and I go, what are you talking about? I'll give you a real simple formula.
Yeah.
Here's a simple formula that I use and what we tell people. If the rent times 50 equals X amount, right? That is how you know you have a deal.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do simple numbers.
Yeah, let's do simple numbers.
Okay, simple numbers. I'm at 16,000 in rent. That's potential rent, right? The deal. 16,000, right? Times 50. That's $800,000. That's what you could pay for the place.
Yep. That's what you can
So
pay for the place.
again, that's the starting point.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we'll underwrite from there.
Yeah, better location, maybe a little bit more, worse location, needs more rehab.
That's
So,
right.
so I'll say that again. So potential rent times 50 is about what you could typically pay for the place.
I think that's where you start.
Yeah, that's where you start. Gotcha.
Yeah,
So you
because
at least,
the reason I say it this way is because if you, let's say, look at a deal and you go, okay, but that's stabilized rent, right? Meaning I bought the place and it was vacant. So I'm more around 700 on this deal, right? So I'm at like a
yeah,
40% deal. So
yeah,
where could I be at on the close of it? Of course, 65, 70%, you still got a great deal, right?
yeah, yeah,
So the deals, and everyone's looking at it on commercial as the value is pretty much your rent.
yeah,
So your cap rates, all this stuff that everyone talks about. How did you find cap rate? Is it a 7? Is it a 10? Is it? Listen, you can Google all this. You can chat GPT this, whatever you want to do. But the fact is this: does it pay X amount of rent? Is it worth that much?
sure.
That's what that means. Okay,
Yep,
without
yep,
overcomplicating all these terms that people don't realize because it's not residential,
yeah,
right? Oh,
yeah,
I'm getting
yeah.
X amount rent and whatever. So my point is, we could dive into that on a whole nother topic of deep dives, right? But it's very simple. Is if you take these terms, like I said, times 50, okay, and does that mean it's a deal automatically? No. Is it? We've talked about this. Is it in a location with 5,000 people? It might change my numbers, right?
Sure.
Could I pay more? Of course. Now, what is the rehab cost? Remember what I talked in the very beginning where I said I walked into a bar and I looked up and I go, oh my God, it's metal everywhere.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about it. I'm a wood guy. I don't know what the rehab's going to cost. At least we have a starting point, right? So I'm great on this deal at 16,000 bucks. I'm happy. I'll be all in about $1 million, right?
yeah,
But I'm
yeah,
getting 16 a month. It's going to cost me about 9,000 bucks,
yeah.
but I'm getting 16 triple net. They're paying for all my stuff.
That's nice. Yeah.
Now I could be on the yacht in Greece.
There you go, baby. Come on.
I've had the Airbnbs. I've shown up to a house where someone's there is hair on the floor at my Airbnb, and I'm
I
over there
know.
sweeping it up myself. And
Me
I'm going,
too.
the hell am I doing here?
I know. I get people come in, they literally message me within 15 minutes. So I was like, oh, they're looking. Like, I found something under the bed. I'm like, what are you looking under the bed for? Leave it there.
Seriously, bro.
I
I,
know.
I,
People are
I
crazy.
hated it. I
Yeah.
hate it.
I
But
did.
it's part of the progression. It's part of
Yeah,
growth.
it
It's
is.
fun.
It is.
It's
Yeah.
life. But fun fact, my first job ever, my uncle had hotels that he was like a vice president of a company for. So I
Yeah.
was 12 years old and I would go stay with my grandparents. I'd work in the hotels. I can't tell you, my first job was changing sheets and shit. You wouldn't believe what I found under beds. Okay. Look, we never despise small beginnings. Okay. We start somewhere, but I'll
There
be
you go.
damned if I'm still digging under those beds. Right. And I said, I am not going to buy another Airbnb and dig under a bed. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy another commercial building. And when I buy that building, they can deal with all of it.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah.
If your AC goes out, you deal with it. There's a leak, depending on how you structure it. Remember, you can structure. This is the beauty of it. You can structure, and that's something that we can help with as well. Obviously, if we're
Yeah.
coming in as a JV, as
Yeah.
a joint venture, is I'll help you structure your deals.
Yeah.
I have deals where I own a building where they pay me rent, base rent, and then I have access to their POS. So anything above their sales,
Yeah.
I make margins on.
Nice. So smart.
So it's okay, you're going to pay me 10 grand a month. Okay. But if you sell over $50,000 a month, $100,000, whatever it may be, you're going to also pay me a 5% kickback on gross. I don't want your net.
Yeah.
I want your gross. Why?
Sure.
Here's a little fun nugget
Oh,
for you.
exactly. Then they try to hide the income, right?
Easy enough. Oh, I got another car. I put it under the
Yeah.
business. There's
Yeah.
no income. I don't give a shit. I don't care what you make. I don't care what you do. I don't care how you write your taxes off. That's what I'm saying. I don't
Yeah.
care how you're paying in gold. I don't care. What I
Mhm.
care about is the very simple numbers, and
Yeah.
it's easy to produce, and we're done. That's it.
Yeah.
Let's move on. That is what commercial is. So as much as everyone thinks it's so complicated, it's actually very simple.
I love it, dude. I love it. Would you say just the only barrier to entry is just not maybe having the cash to get your first deal?
That's so funny because eh, I would say that's always the barrier to entry of anything.
Yeah.
But the fact is, your barrier to entry is your lack of negotiation.
Absolutely. I know. Exactly. And like you said, bring you a good deal, you'll JV it, you'll help structure it.
Come on. You can't get in. Look, you have $1 billion deal that we can buy for 100 million. I don't have 100 million. I don't have $1 billion or 100 million, but I bet you we can figure it out.
Absolutely.
We're
Absolutely.
10% on a deal, dude. Look, go find a great deal. There's great deals out there.
Yep.
We've been talking about it. There's old people every day dying,
Yes.
retiring, all the above.
Yep.
And it's the biggest transfer of wealth. So everyone's talking about go buy a business, go buy this, go buy that. I'm all for all of that, by the way.
Yep.
I'll buy your business and your real estate with it.
Yep. Yep.
Great.
Yep.
If it's cash flowing, guess what banks want? Cash flow. So
Yeah.
we can do these deals, no problem. But I think the excuse is that. The
Yep.
excuse is I don't have cash.
Yep.
I'm broke and I can't buy a deal.
Yeah, yeah. Or just scared or not having the knowledge, you know what I'm saying? I think that's what's kept me, because I guarantee
That's what it is.
passed up some great deals because I didn't know enough. I was scared, or wholesaling it for a small fee. But now that we're talking, I'm going to find us some good deals, dude.
Dude, you're already sitting them. I love it. It's funny because people lean into this and they go, again, I don't think anyone's talking about this. I really don't.
Yeah.
And that's where I said, it's kind of like my little niche to talk about and educate about, because like, why aren't people knowing this?
Yep.
It's mind blowing to think. I've been doing real estate for over 20 years. And it's this comment blows my mind. What is your buy box?
I know. I hate it. I hate it.
Is it a great deal?
Exactly. Yes.
How much you want? How much do you want for your Rolex? Do you buy Rolexes? Are they in your buy box? I'll buy it from you for $100 right now.
Exactly. Oh,
Dude,
no,
you know what's funny? I have a
hate
friend of mine. His aunt just went to prison. Another little fact.
All
Not
right,
that part's not great. But here's the thing. Guess what? The U.S. Marshals showed up for tax evasion. I have a friend that's a U.S. Marshal. I call him and I said, hey, I want to buy this lady's house. It's $3 million. She had a big tax evasion. And I could buy it for $1 million today. How do I work with the U.S. Marshals? He goes, let me talk to the lady at the office. He goes, I can't illegally do anything, but I could send you the information to get this going.
Sure, yeah.
He sends me very simply, I can look it up right now and send it to you later, but it's like you can register, if you didn't know this, to go buy from auctions from the U.S. Marshals.
Wow.
And guess what? Brand new things we learn every day. So the real estate's a little different, but dude, I could go buy a Rolex for, he goes, dude, people buy them for $100 all the time from the Marshals.
No way.
Because they show up to your house. If you're a drug dealer, it's like, where'd you get
they'll
this?
take all your shit, your boats, everything. Yeah. Wow.
Bro, cars. And all you have to do, he goes, dude, I used to work in this department. Now he works in a different department and saves the world and stuff. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But he goes, I used to work in the department 12 years ago. And he goes, you know what people do? There's 7 guys, the same 7 guys show up every time and just buy it all.
Yeah.
So I just registered. I go, let's see. I might be teaching about this next week. You know what I mean? It's like,
there you go.
But there's so much out there that I think is so free knowledge. And why are we afraid of it?
Yeah. Yeah. I like it, dude.
We just don't dive in.
You are a sick puppy.
I'm a sick puppy. I told you that. You go, are you sick? I go, no, I'm just a sick puppy today.
Shout out to your website again and anything else you want to plug.
Perfect, brother. Yeah, it's commercialjv.com. My name is Clint Belew, CLINT BELEW. It's that simple on Instagram, Facebook, what have you. Hit me up. Yeah, I would love to look at deals. If I can help you with the deal, I'm happy to help. If we can do a deal together, hey, even better. But yeah, anything I can do to help people grow. And that's been something that I've been so passionate about lately, is helping others grow. For a little bit there, I was a little selfish and said, hey, screw everybody. I want it for myself.
I've been there.
Lately, I'm just like, man, it's so fun to help others. It fuels us. It fuels you. Win-win. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to doing deals with you. Looking forward to doing deals with others. Let's get it.
Let's go, baby. Man, I really appreciate you coming on. You've been great. Thank you. And I'll send you the info on that deal we're looking at. So let's make some money together, baby. Let's go. All right. I'll catch you later, brother.
Later.